I see a conflict in some of your stands. Could you clarify the fact that you do not agree with the identification for illegal aliens or, illegal immigrants as far as their voting rights, but that you would want totally comprehensive background checks? When I went to school, we taught kids marksmanship, and we didn't have the problems we have today. I don't think background checks are going to solve that problem. Education will. Could you explain your stand and the conflict I see between those two positions?
So let's start with voter suppression. Many states are adopting very stringent ID laws for voting that are not at all about addressing fraud. They're about discouraging the turnout for communities that have a more difficult time bringing in their ID. It's not about fraud because, take for example here in Oregon, we have an extraordinary low level of fraud because everyone has to have a signature on record. The signature when you sign the back of your envelope is checked. Other states that have other systems check the signatures on the way in. It's a time-proven, very effective method for making sure only those who are registered to vote are actually voting. So I want to really push back the other way and say that in the absence of the Voter Rights Act, which has been struck down by the Supreme Court, we have to be very concerned in a democracy about deliberate, conscientious efforts to disenfranchise large, vast swaths of America. We need to fight. The second issue you raised was background checks. I tell you that virtually everywhere I've gone, folks agree that those who are mentally ill or have criminal backgrounds should not have easy access to guns. And Oregon adopted that when back in, I believe it was 1999. And my impression is that it's largely supported across the state that you should have a background check for those who are mentally ill or have committed crimes. How many folks support that kind of background check? Substantial. How many folks really find it chafes and would like to see it gone? That's a pretty striking disparity in the two. So I don't see any contradiction between the two positions.